I'm Dan.
And I'm Dudley.
And,
Welcome. I'm sorry, I started coughing as soon as we started
what are
recording.
you doing, Dudley? Last week you were doing this. Now you're doing it this week.
Yeah.
What's your problem?
Yeah,
You get your coughs out
I'm
before
sick.
we start recording.
I'm dying. I'm in a new place.
Yeah.
So, new place, new cough.
You cough.
It's kind of warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
The AC's not working
Oh, that's no good.
fully well right
That's
now,
no good.
so it's a bit warm.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything is good.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yes.
Other than helping you move, I was,
Yeah.
and then, having to do random things. Mom was like, help me with these things, and I was like, I don't want to do anything. And so I was like, fine.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that, and then, I was rewarded with pizza.
Oh, well, that's something.
Yeah.
That's something.
And then, yeah.
Money's better, but, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Hollow Knight, and I like it, but I'm ready to complete it.
Oh, yeah?
I'm at the final boss, and by final boss I mean the actual final boss, because you can beat the game, but then if you don't get certain things, you don't unlock the actual final boss and perform certain actions. You don't get to the actual, because there's 3 different endings, but if you want to get the actual ending or whatever, or the complete ending, or the good ending maybe, I don't know. I don't know how it ends because I haven't finished it. You have to do some certain things. So anyway, you fight God, this game is so hard. It's really hard.
Oh, really? Yeah.
A lot of it's endurance, and a lot of it's just because a lot of the bosses is about maneuvering and dodging the attacks and learning their patterns and stuff. And if you're and so some of these fights are really long,
Yeah.
and there's multiple layers to them, and they just keep going. It's it's not absurd long, but it is long, and so you're it's a lot of time to be tensed and watching for the attacks, and it's a random set of attacks that happen, so you're just watching and trying to dodge and deal damage and try to do, and then there's a lot of different ways you can build your character, so there's a lot of different ways to approach it, and so I've been trying to figure out how to beat the actual boss, which in order to get to, you have to fight the boss, and then you have to get to a certain point, then do the thing to get to the actual boss. So every time I'm fighting 2 bosses, and I've tried 15 or 20 times so far, and I haven't beat it yet.
Yeah.
And it's
That's funny.
It's hard. I just want to kill it. I've come close to because there's 2 phases, there's 4 phases to the final boss, and I've gotten to I think the last one or second to last one. But it's so hard. And all of his hits are really hard. He does 2 health damages and most things hit you and you take 1 damage. But there are a few things that have a exploding attack that does 2 damage. All of his attacks do 2 damage. It's so hard.
Speaking of that Metrovania style game, a couple weeks ago, I don't know if it was last week or a couple weeks ago, we were talking about, or my idea was that they should make a Metrovania game with procedural generated maps.
Yeah.
Well, Graham, our buddy Graham, Ham, sent me I don't know if he sent it to both of us or just me.
No, he sent it to both of us.
Okay, this link to a game called Sundered.
Yeah. Yeah.
And apparently it does this.
Yeah.
It's a Metrovania game that also has procedurally generated maps.
Yeah.
And apparently those maps are not very good.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the video of it, and it looked weird and cobbled together in a lot of ways. And also, apparently it's just it has a randomly spawning bad guys as well. But, but usually,
to the point, there's constantly stuff spawning.
Yeah, you're just non-stop slaughtering bad guys because they'll start spawning and then waves of them start coming and you're just constantly mowing through tons of guys. And so, I don't know, it doesn't feel right to me. Hollow Knight is, that Metroidvania, style, and I think it's perfect. And it's a fixed map, and all the bad guys. Well, there are things that make parts of the map change, like what things are there. But yeah, it's really good, and I think you should just forget about this ridiculous idea and play Hollow Knight.
Yeah, well, I don't think the people who made it executed it very well, because apparently, the maps are random, but there's also nothing in them to warrant. So it's like they're really, other than just walking through them and, fighting stuff constantly, there's really no, it's just boring tunnels, basically. Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, what's the... there's no... It didn't seem like they spent a lot of time in the creation of the procedural generated maps.
Yeah.
So I think that's where they messed up. So I still have faith that it could happen and could work. It's just not yet.
No. I think that takes away an element of those games that make them wonderful. It's like...
Yes. But they can design it to where it's like, oh, you have not to put this stuff, but it's going to be, they can make it where it's like connected differently. I don't know. I don't make games. I just play them.
Sure. I don't know. I think you're dumb.
Well, that is true. In other news,
what other news?
I got something yesterday.
Oh, yes, you did.
That I didn't. We had given up on. It wasn't going to happen. It was not going to happen, and it did. So I woke up yesterday morning. I was watching American Gods, which is a great show, by the way.
Yes, it
is. I got a notification on my phone from the Wario64, the guy I get all my information for pre-orders and stuff from.
Yeah.
He had tweeted out that Amazon was doing this thing called Treasure Truck.
Yeah.
And all these big cities across America, Chicago, blah, 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 Houston, whatever, a bunch of other places, they were going to have a truck called the Treasure Truck, just set up, and you could get a NES Classic from them.
Weird. Is that all they were selling, or are they selling other stuff?
That's it. It was one item, and you had to text a number.
Okay.
You text truck to a number, and then they would send you a link to a order page.
Okay.
And you'd have to put in your zip code to show that you were in the area.
Okay.
And then it would go, okay, these are available. Place order. No options. No, quantity selection.
Yeah.
No, it linked straight to my Amazon account, so it had my information, my payment information, my address, on my billing, all that was done. And I just hit place order. And it was like, okay, go pick it up from 11 to 5 at this location.
Weird.
And it sent me an address. So it felt very shady. I felt like I was going to make a I was going to show up and a guy's going to have a trunk filled with NES Classic. Like you're looking for a classic. Step this way, and he opens his trunk and fill with them.
You walk up and hand your money to one guy, and he points you down the street to another guy.
Yeah. It's very okay, what am I going to? And I was like, is Amazon getting in on the black market or what?
That's weird. And
And
so you weren't robbed.
No, I drove 40 minutes because it was downtown Houston.
Okay.
I drove 40 minutes, didn't really know where I was going, drove down there, and came to a parking lot, and they had a truck set up, big blue truck. It said Treasure Truck on it. And out in front of it, they had a standee for Mario characters. So you had Mario and Bowser and maybe Toad. I don't remember all of them. And you park and you walk up, and I just showed them my receipt on my email. And then they were like, okay, yeah, come on. And I walked over to another guy, and they had a table just set up that was filled with covered in bags that were filled with NES Classics.
Weird.
There was probably 100 of them sitting on that table.
Wow.
And I talked to the guy there, and he scanned my little barcode on my receipt, and he handed me one, and I left. And I was like, they had like a little mini game thing you could go play. I didn't do it though. It's like a chance to win like something little or whatever.
Why didn't you do it?
I was excited and I had stuff to do, so I was just like, I got it and I left. You know. And I took a picture in front of the deal. It's on Twitter. So yeah, it was weird, really weird. But I have an NES Classic.
Yeah.
It's sitting here right in front of me right now.
Yeah, I didn't get to look at it. I got to see the box. I never did see you take it out.
Yeah, I have it out now, and it's perfect for desk setting. Like if you're sitting at a desk to play, it's pretty much perfect for that.
Yeah,
because the cord long enough, you can sit in front of it. The weirdest thing about it is to exit a game, you have to push the button on the front of the console.
Oh, weird! Like the power button.
Yeah, the reset button. You have to hit so it has a power button and a reset button. So the power button turns it on, and the reset button takes you out of the game.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Because none of the buttons on the controller, because it's a NES controller, there's only, 4 buttons and a D-pad. So none of those do anything to get you out of the game.
Yeah.
Like, I was sitting here like, how do I get out of this game? Because I was just kind of jumping through random ones, just like seeing what it looked like.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I guess I hit this button. So that means, like, if you get an extension cord and you're sitting at a sofa across from your TV,
you got to get up and go press.
You have to get up to reset it, which I guess is accurate because that's what you used to have to do as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because you have to remember the original didn't have a menu; it just loaded whatever game you plugged into it.
I haven't played much of it.
Yeah.
I kind of jumped around a few games just to mess with it. But it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks really nice on my monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll probably be trying to play some games soon.
Yeah. You'll have to bring it over next time you come home, or next time I come up, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'll bring it with me. And
we'll see how it is.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So I'll be playing some old NES games.
Yeah.
Legally.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. So, what games did you load first?
Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah.
And then I did. I jumped in Zelda for a little bit, and then I jumped into Bubble something.
Yeah.
The game that we played, what's it called, with the shooting bubble thing? Those characters.
Bust a Move.
Yeah, Bust a Move. It's those characters, but it's in their little game.
Yeah.
I'd never played it, so I don't know anything about it. I actually can't hear anything right now because my hearing aids have stopped working.
Oh. Well, you're just gonna have to just assuming.
So you keep talking while I try to figure out what's going on.
Well, that's cool. I'm looking forward to checking out. So, yeah, all I did was play Hollow Knight. I have like 40 hours in Hollow Knight, almost. And if I could just beat this boss, then I would have to decide if I want to play hardcore mode. Like they have another hardcore mode where you can play the game again, but you don't only get one life. So if you die, you're done. And that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I can hear you just barely.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
cool.
So like that sounds intense because dying in that game is fairly common. Later on, I don't die as much now because I have a lot more health, but early on, I died a lot. So I'm like, ooh. But now, I played it a bunch, so maybe, having played it a lot, I can actually go through some of the earlier stuff with no problem, but I don't know. That's that game, as many times I've been trying to beat the bosses, I just can't imagine trying to do them on the first try. Yeah. You back with us? Can you hear well enough?
I can't hear anything. This is really awkward.
Yeah.
I can barely hear you.
Yeah.
The heat is messing up my hearing aids, so it makes it really hard to hear.
Yeah.
Which is really annoying.
Yeah.
And with headphones on, I'm gonna do something weird here.
Okay.
Because this worked for me earlier.
Yeah.
So give me a minute.
Oh, are you gonna transmit from your phone?
I'm going to use technology to help me.
Oh yeah, that's what's happening. Yep. This is what happens when you're deaf and you're a cyborg, and you sweat a lot. Your cybernetic ears just stop working.
Yes, I'm using my ears to hear you better. So say something.
Hello.
Try the other side here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
How are we doing?
All right.
You doing all right now?
Okay, I can hear you better.
Yeah. Okay.
So that'll work.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, in other news or in related news with the NES Classic, so we talked about last week that both of us tried to pre-order a
SNES
Super NES Classic.
Yeah.
Well, mine got canceled.
Everyone's got canceled.
Everyone's got canceled.
Yeah, mine got dropped because I put in the wrong address, or not an address really. And then yours got dropped because they dropped everybody else afterwards, because apparently it's a glitch.
Yeah, apparently Walmart just accidentally released it early, so they screwed up. Incompetent, apparently.
Yeah.
So
was it like? How do you think that happened? You think somebody they were like, let's schedule these when these go live, and then they just put in the wrong address, or somebody was just like, oh, I'm gonna add this to our page because we're gonna sell these soon, and then they accidentally hit publish instead of save.
Who knows? Because it went out at a weird time. Yeah. So it went out at 11 at night.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just who knows. They said it was a glitch, but whatever that means.
Yeah. Somebody probably got in trouble for messing up. Somebody messed up. I bet you they just they were working on the page and they uploaded it too soon, or they just set the publish date wrong.
Yeah.
So
who knows? But
I don't.
All of it got canceled.
Yep.
Everyone got a little email, me included, Graham included.
Uh-huh.
That just said, "Oh, we messed up.
Yeah.
This is canceled."
Yeah.
What was really weird was mine was canceled. I got a cancellation email, and then I got an update about the status of my order.
Yeah. That's weird.
And then I got another email. So I got 2 emails saying it was canceled. Okay. Yeah. Amazon just needs to stick it on a truck and I can go pick it up.
Yeah. Seriously.
Like I had to do with everything else, apparently.
Yeah. I don't. It's annoying, but I'm kind of glad everyone's in the same boat now. Nobody's getting it, because I bet you they had a lot of conversations do we honor these? Do we just, because it took them a week to do it. Do they? I bet you they were at a meeting somewhere at Walmart where they were do we go ahead and give these people the order that they put in and then leave it at that, or do we cancel them all and give everyone a fair chance of grabbing them? Even though, technically everyone did have a fair chance, but I'm curious how they're going to handle the re-release, when it actually goes up for pre-orders. Are they going to, make a big announcement, or are they just going to, I don't know. It's just weird.
My guess is there won't be an announcement. It'll just pop up, just like it did. The only reason I think they canceled it because of the time frame that they put it up. Because it was at night, and a lot of people were complaining that
because they were
asleep.
I
was asleep.
Yeah.
So so I think that's probably why they canceled them all.
Yeah, they'll release it during the day.
Yeah, reasonable hour, I guess. But I don't know. We were able to get it. I don't see the problem with it.
I wasn't able to. I messed up, so I didn't get it.
Well, Yeah,
But
we were able to order
Yeah.
it. We just
yeah.
you just messed it up.
Yeah. So I guess it
but
didn't
now
matter that I
you're-
messed up, because then they would have just canceled it anyway. So I feel better about it.
Yeah, yeah. So we're all even again. We're all on the same page.
Nobody has an SNES Classic yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Well, hopefully they'll come out with the pre-order soon,
Yeah.
so everyone who wants to get one can try to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you've been watching American Gods? Is that what you said?
Yes, I've been watching. I spent all day today just watching American Gods.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it was only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Until I finished the 8 episodes, and I was like, "Oh,
Is that it?
okay,
Yeah.
that's it."
Yeah.
I that didn't feel like a season finale, but I guess I'll take it.
Yeah. It's really good. I like it a lot. I liked it enough that I went and I ordered a copy of the book, actually.
Yeah.
And so I've been reading the book. I'm like maybe 3/4 of the way through it. So it's good. It's different from the book. There's a lot more stuff. They move things around, of course, and there's a lot more like weird violence stuff in the show that's in this.
Yeah.
It's kind of in the show, in the book, but it's like maybe implied, or they don't do it quite the same way. And there's a lot of things that they change, but overall it's kind of similar. And I'm curious how they're going to take it in a different direction. But it's a cool and weird show.
It's weird. It's dark but I don't know. The cast is amazing.
Yeah, it's
everyone's
really
good on this show,
Yeah.
and then I trying to figure out what was going on half the time, and I was like, I like all the elements to
Yeah.
it. I just want to see where it goes.
Yeah. Did you realize it was Scully that is in that show?
Yeah.
I did not realize.
immediately.
What's her name? Gillian Anderson? Is that her?
Yeah, Gillian Anderson.
Yeah.
That's right.
I did not when I first saw her, I was like, she looks familiar, and then because she kind of plays different characters, sort of, and so I was just like, that's her, and I just realized who she was like way too late, and I was like, oh shit.
I realized immediately.
Yeah, I was like, it just didn't recognize her because she looks so different.
Yeah.
But the cast's really good, and Ian McShane as Mr. Wednesday is fantastic. It's just really good. It's really solid.
Yeah. I like what's his name? The Leprechaun.
Oh, yeah, the guy he was on The Wire.
Matt Sweeney.
Yeah, Matt Sweeney is the character name. I forget the actor's
that
name.
actor's really good.
Yeah.
He pops up in a lot of stuff, but
Yeah.
I was just really like, I want more him because he's just like so angry and so unlucky.
Yeah.
it was amusing.
Yeah,
it's a good show.
It's good. I like it a lot.
Show.
So I don't know if you've heard. I didn't find out about it till our buddy Gary was showing me. Apparently, there's a Kickstarter going on right now for a Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniatures game.
Tabletop? Is that what you said?
Yeah, miniatures game, like a war game.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's set in the Song of Ice and Fire world, the Game of Thrones world. Yeah, there's a Kickstarter for it. It's already met its goal. It had a goal of 300,000. It's already met it, and as of the airing of this episode, it's got 15 days left. So it'll end August the 15th. But so it's already met. It's already gonna happen. But it looks pretty interesting.
Is it just the book or what? Like you get the core rules?
No, it's like the full box. Like it looks like a board game box, but it comes with the box comes with the Starks and Lannisters army. So you start with like you have Jon Snow, and you have like Jaime Lannister, and they have like armies, but it's different. Like so, you have miniatures, but it's tray-based miniatures. So you'll have miniatures, and they'll sit on a 12-unit tray. So you have them all on there, and you move them as a unit kind of thing on a tray. And some of the mechanics are really and each of those guys is a health basically. As you you move them up to other units, and you fight, and then you take damage, you lose guys on it. And the mechanics are really interesting. I'm really intrigued by it, and some of the models look pretty good, and I don't know. I'm fascinated by it. It's they have only one level of pledging. It's $150, and you get the whole box with the Starks and Lannister armies, plus like all the stretch goals and like it's a bunch of stuff. Let me pull up the list of everything you get with it. Let's see, 103 models. Okay. 7 infantry movement trays. Those are little trays that you put the guys in. It's like, and then 1 cavalry movement tray, which is a bigger tray that holds bigger units, and then 1 solo, because there's a couple of like solo guys. But like what happens is like, so you have like your commander, or you like your will be like, you know, Robb Stark or something like that, and you. Did I say Jon Snow earlier? I meant Robb Stark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes a little more sense.
Yeah, it's Robb Stark, and so what you do is you put Robb Stark at the front of your little army block, and in the little tray with all your guys, and he's the unit. He's the guy he's like the commander of that unit in your army, and by him being in it, he adds special abilities to that unit. And then it comes with all the cards. It comes with dice and like tactic board. You also have like characters like Tyrion Lannister and Catelyn Stark and Cersei Lannister who don't really participate in battle, but they do behind the scenes things. You have like a tactics track, and like you can move them to different positions that give you special bonuses during the fight. So they're doing stuff that affects the battle, but they're not like in the battle itself, and it's really interesting. So they have models for those guys, and it looks really intriguing. I highly recommend, if you like tabletop games, you like strategy games and stuff, I definitely recommend looking into it. And like I said, it's $150. You get like everything.
So is it called the Song of Ice and Fire, or what?
Yeah, A Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniatures game, and it's on Kickstarter right now. Like I said, you have 15 days. I'm really tempted. I don't have the money for it right now.
Yeah.
And then I had thrown the idea at Gary about maybe splitting it and then taking half the armies or whatever. But it is all kind of one box thing, so I don't know how that would work. But I'm really interested in it. I don't know. It just depends on if I'll have the money within 15 days to buy it. But yeah.
How many days? 15?
15. So August 15th is when it ends.
Okay.
So
it's a little high. That's my only concern.
It's 103 models though. It's a lot of models. Look at all them models.
It is a lot of models.
You get like one of the things they had, like the extras. They had that Sir Gregor Clegane, the Hound is not Sir Gregor. The Mountain is one of the units.
Oh, the
guys.
Mountain. Yeah,
the Mountain and the Hound are both in it. Great John Umber is one of the guys you can have. Like, it's just all the kinds of cool stuff. And like there's Berserkers.
All the cool characters.
Yeah.
May or may not be alive on the show anymore. Depending on where you're watching.
And the units have special abilities, like the Berserkers. Like normally, like you have your set of 12 guys, and then they're in rows. And as you lose a row of guy, normally your strength goes down. You have less guys; they do less damage. But with like Great John Umber, he has a unit of Berserkers, and the less guys they have, the more damage they do. The stronger their attack is. And they have and there's also like Roose Bolton and Ramsay Snow are both units in it, and they like Ramsay Snow there's like a unit of Ramsay's dogs, which is cool. Yeah. So there's a lot.
Are the models
a lot of cool
like based off the show characters, or are they?
No, they're more based off the book. Like they don't look like anything like the characters in the show. Like they're
That's what I was wondering. I was like, do we have all the I figured it wouldn't look like the show, because then they have to pay those people for their likeness.
Yeah, exactly. No, they don't look like the characters in the show. They look probably more accurate to what they're supposed to look like in the books. And then, their own creative, design of them. Some of the models look fantastic, though. Like, I like that all the flags that the units are carrying actually have their bannerman symbol etched into it, so it's like actually part of the flag. You can actually see it. You don't have to paint it on yourself, and then also all the plastics are color coded as well. So if you don't want to paint it, you don't have to. Like the Starks are kind of a gray color, and the Lannisters are red, and they're apparently going to do that as they release more house families. So that's the thing. You can they can keep adding to it by just introducing another family. So we're going to bring out the Targaryens, and then you could add in the wildlings and put in giants, or have Daenerys show up with some dragons or something. It'd be there's a lot of really cool potentials where they can have these big models and stuff. They could do cool stuff.
They can even do expansions where they add units to modify an existing team. Yeah, because depending on what point in the book your battle is taking place, who's leading it, who's still alive, kind of thing. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, and you can buy the set, but then you can pick how big of a battle you want to do. It's all point by systems, I believe, and so you can start with a small skirmish, or you can go a full full set of armies, big battle type thing, however long you want to spend playing, and then like I said, they can just release more models, like the box sets of units, kind of like you do with any guild, like Guild Ball or War Machine. You buy models to add to your set and give you more options, and I'm kind of curious to see what they do with some of the other families and houses and stuff. That would be really cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially their play style and how it'll change.
Yeah.
Because, Doran fights differently than, the Starks.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Speaking of, while we're talking about miniatures, Gary was texting me stuff about they're releasing. There's more and more stuff coming out about one of the new guilds for Guild Ball. It's the Blacksmiths.
What is it?
The Blacksmiths.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, of course, being me as someone who's tried to do some amateur blacksmithing, and I was just immediately intrigued. I'm like, oh yeah, I wonder how they would play. Because from the beginning, I said, I was trying to think of other guilds they could introduce later, and I was like, well, they need a blacksmith guild. That one seems obvious, and it was weird to me that they hadn't done one yet. And so they are working on one, and they play really different.
They build everything, so you spend 5 rounds just building, but then they get really fast and strong.
No.
But you have to survive 5 rounds. No. That's right?
No, actually what they have is a master-apprentice thing going on. So they don't have a mascot, so they don't have a little animal that runs around, which is weird, but they also don't have fixed captains either. What they have is, some characters are masters, some characters are apprentices, and what you do is you pick one of your masters to be your captain, and then your team has to have 3 masters and 3 apprentices. So, which means they have one full unit full character more than the other team, because, the mascots don't usually are kind of add little support abilities or weird little extra things that you don't do a lot with, and they don't have a lot of health, but they also don't, when you take them out, knock them out, you don't get a full 2 victory points. You only get 1. And so I'm really curious to see how it changes the dynamic of having 6 characters instead of 5 in a mascot. And he showed me one of the models, and it looked amazing. I had this guy with a big shield. He was, I think he had a sword, but he also had 3 other swords on his back. He looked amazing, and I was just I really want to. I want to play these characters now.
How much is a set of the Guild Ball armies?
You probably, I don't know, because I bought them on Kickstarter, so I'm not really sure. But to get all the models, you're probably it's less than $100 to buy a set to get you a team.
So you're gonna have to make hard decisions if you're gonna want to Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
or Guild Ball, or eat for a month.
Yeah, I'm leaning more toward. Of course, I've also been. I want to buy. I need to get a couple of more characters in the Union guild, and then I can make a Union team. I have the captain. I just need to buy.
Okay.
I need to buy a mascot, and I think maybe 2 more characters, and then I have another team of just Union guys, and some of their new characters are really interesting. They have those Thethians. They're the church. This weird religious group. They're part of the Union, and I'm intrigued by them. And so I want to get more models in Guild Ball. I just don't have money, and then and I keep.
Yeah.
So far, most of the other guilds I haven't been that interested in. They're cool. I like them, but they just haven't hooked me that much. They
haven't sunk their teeth in.
Yeah, like the Union I like a lot because they have a lot of weird and interesting characters, and so I was like, I have the captain because I bought into the Kickstarter. One of the extra things I could get was the Blackheart, the captain, who is exclusive for the Kickstarter. So I have him, but I don't have a team to play him with. So now I'm like, well, I should get a couple of guys that I can play with my Morticians, but then I can, play a Union team if I want to.
Yeah.
But the Blacksmith have me intrigued. I'm really interested. Yeah. But they're also working on the Farmers.
Farmers?
Yep.
Really?
Farmers. The Farmers Guild.
We're gonna hit the ball with our hose.
Yeah, well, I thought you would like the farmer, being a farmer yourself.
Well, I like digital farming, not real farmers.
No, but this is tabletop farmers playing a soccer
it's not
game.
Digital. I want it all digital.
Oh, you don't. Yeah, you're anti real farmers. You only like digital farmers.
And honestly, the appeal of farming simulators is the tractors and the machine, not the farming.
Oh, okay.
And if there's no tractors on the table, I'm not interested.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry. I thought you would like that idea, but I guess I was wrong.
Well, you don't know me very well.
Actually, Gary and I were talking about our buddy Josh. We thought he might be interested. I don't know if he's still interested in playing Guild Ball and all, but he had made jokes about. I say jokes. I don't know if he was serious or not. About there needs to be a farmers guild because he would totally play a farmers guild. And then now they're coming out with one. So I'm wondering if that'll get him back interested in Guild Ball.
Text him and be like, hey.
I think Gary talked to him. I don't know. Well, I'll see him in a couple of weeks at the LAN, so I can talk to him.
Yeah.
Talk to him then.
Pitch the idea.
Teacher's like, hey, you heard about them farmers? I don't know much. I've only seen 2 cards from the characters from them, and I haven't looked at them in detail to see how they play or what their deal is. But
if you get the Farmers Guild, can you be on farmersonly.com?
Yes, you can.
I think so.
But
I think
only
that's good enough,
as
right?
those characters.
Yeah. You have to have pictures of your models and how they're painted, and you're like, yep. I'm a farmer.
Yeah.
Look at my details. So shall we get into some news?
Sure, let's talk about some news.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anything you wanted to talk about?
Do you know they're coming out with a Nighthawk 2?
Yes, we've talked about it on the show.
Have we?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I think we talked about it because
maybe we did.
I've known about it for a while. It looks good. It looks like a more detailed version of Nighthawk.
Yeah, it looks like the same game except like with more pixels.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, because
there's more pixel art.
Yeah,
kind of, than just little stick figures.
Yeah. Have you seen anything of it? You've seen the images of it? Have you?
I haven't looked at it in a while.
Yeah. Apparently it comes out next month on the 15th.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
It comes out the 15th, and I think it's on sale right now on Steam as a promotional thing. But it's like $12, I think. So I was like, because I like Nidhogg a lot. But I'm kind of on the fence of whether I want a more pixel version of it. The art's really weird looking. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. There's a lot of 16-bit influences on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks interesting and weird. I just happened to see that today, and I was like, I didn't realize. And you probably told me, and I just ignored you and went on with my life. But that there was a second one coming out so soon, and
yeah, I think I want to say it was like back in November
Yeah.
or something when we last talked about it.
oh yeah,
But
November.
yeah, I saw something.
That's a long time
with
ago.
Yeah, that is a lot. I saw something with the map or the map selection.
Yeah.
It's like a little island.
Yeah, a
that you
little
float
rotating
around.
island with like the giant
Yeah.
dragon thing flying around,
Yeah.
and it
It's
looks
kinda
cool. It looks real cool.
Yeah.
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 All right, what do you got?
Overcooked. We played that.
Yeah.
Remember? The cooking game is on Switch now. So
Yeah.
anyone who is intrigued and has a Switch
Yeah.
can play that.
Yeah.
Which I can see that be pretty good, especially if you have two people.
I saw it. Turned on my Switch for the first time in a while. I had to plug it in
Yeah.
first because the battery was down. And because I thought, well, I'm gonna be going to Houston. Maybe I'll charge it up, make sure it's up, and maybe I'll see what games on there. Maybe I'll get something to play on the trip.
Yeah.
And I saw Overcooked, but I was like, I don't know. It seems like a great idea. It's a good game to have on a portable, but I'm broke, and it wasn't enough for me to buy.
I mean, you already have it, right?
I guess.
Or we just played the demo.
I don't remember. I know we played it, but I don't remember how we played it. I guess it had to be a
we
demo.
Just played a demo.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I have to go back and look. I don't actually know if I own that game or not. I have too many games, Dudley. I don't know what I own anymore.
I just added 30 to my list that I don't have time to play.
Yeah. It's just like I regularly scroll through my Steam list and be like, "Oh, I have this game?"
Yeah.
Cuz I have 150 plus games plus cuz you and I have family share or whatever it's called. So we have access to each other's games when the other one's not playing it. So I have like a 200 game list. And it's just okay. There's a lot of games.
Yeah.
And that's just on the
hard to
console.
remember
That's
what
just
you
on that
bought
one
on a
thing.
Steam sale.
Yeah, that's not even counting what I have on consoles and other crap. So
Yeah. Let's see what else we got.
yeah.
Graham texted me about this. It was the Metal Gear Solid 5 updated recently.
Yeah, I saw something about that and then decided that I don't think I cared.
They added Ocelot to the.
Oh, really?
Well, you can go on mission from your little multiplayer base thing.
Yeah.
And the forward operating base.
As Revolver Ocelot?
And you can play as Revolver Ocelot from it.
I want to play as Revolver Ocelot.
But the problem is, it's like 2 years old. It's a little late.
I guess so, but do I want to? I'd never actually finished that game. I barely played it. I got to like the first boss. I was like it.
Yeah, it's good.
I really liked it. I really liked it. Really enjoyed it. But I just, other things came along. But I really need to go back and finish it. It's like the only one I haven't finished.
Yeah, I've only beaten 2 of the games, so whatever. Three. I've done 3 of them.
I've played through all of them. I'm trying to think if I finished.
So,
I'm pretty sure I finished 3, so I'm pretty sure I've played through all of them.
Let's see. I've done the first one, the 4th one, and the 5th one. I've started the 2nd and the 3rd, but never finished them.
Okay.
Which Graham gives me shit for all the time because he's like, the 3rd one's the best one. You got to play it.
The 3rd one's good. 3rd one was really good, and it was like so different from the previous ones in a lot of interesting ways. I
did do Peace Walker.
Yeah,
so
I have not played that one. That's the only one I have not played. Any of the little portable ones or whatever, I didn't play any of those. Other than the the original Game Boy one, I played. That was my first one. That was my first Metal Gear. Was the Game Boy one,
which I never could play because you only had one save.
Yeah,
and I never got to play it.
Yeah, you can play it now. I'll let you borrow it. I'm not.
I think you did a while back. Let me borrow it, and I just didn't play it.
Yeah, that was a tough game. Anyway,
it was a good game.
It was good. So anyway, what else we got?
I saw this article and it's really intrigued me. So, EVE Online.
Okay.
Kotaku has a whole article talking about corpse collectors. People who go around in the game and pick up the dead corpse. They're just floating in space.
You can do that?
To just have them. And
apparently
there's a kind of a market for them, even though there's no use for them.
Really? Oh, I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could go pick up people's bodies.
Yeah, because if your body gets the pod that you launched from, if that gets destroyed, your body's just floating in the space.
Yeah.
And apparently people collect those.
They just they just collect them. They don't do it. There's nothing to do with them, right?
Well, some of them are more valuable than others, apparently.
What makes them? What makes a corpse valuable?
The name that's attached to it.
Oh, so if it's like
because it has whoever it was name on it, and apparently the ones that are like sought after are the developers, their user accounts.
Oh, okay.
Because they rarely die.
Yeah, because they made the game.
Yeah. Well, most time when they're helping people with the game, they're in a indestructible ship and you can't do anything to them. So, but apparently some of them have died, and so their bodies are like
this
trophies,
weird
basically.
trophies and relics, and relics of the gods.
Apparently one guy paid like $3 billion of the ISK, the in-game money, for some developers.
Wow, that's insane.
Just to equate that to real world, that's like a month play cost.
Yeah,
in the game.
That's crazy.
So that's what. Well, I guess it's free to play now, but at the time it would have been like $20.
Yeah.
So they
basically
pay $20
when you
for
put it like that. It
digital
doesn't sound like
body.
so much.
I don't know. It's
so what do you just keep them in your storage? Like it's not like you can display them or anything.
Yeah, apparently it's a problem where people with a whole bunch of them, like it lags them really bad.
Oh yeah, because they got a bunch of corpses in their ship's hold.
Yeah, well, it's also a thing where when your ship gets destroyed, all those bodies just start floating in space.
You just dump all the bodies
as individual items. So apparently a ship will get blown up, and then all of a sudden there's just mass amount of dead bodies floating in space.
Which is accurate to how it would really happen, right? A real ship would have more than one person, and it would just be like, I blew up, and now there's all these corpses floating around.
Yeah. I wanted just like play the game and load up with like thousands of bodies, just a ship filled with bodies, and go into a war zone and let it get blown up, and just everyone would just be like,
with all the bodies.
Yeah.
Let the bodies hit the void.
Yeah, apparently. So that was an interesting read. If you want to go find out about corpse collection in EVE Online, go read the article on Kotaku.
Weird.
It was intriguing.
All right, that's interesting. It'd be kind of cool, like what if some guy found collecting in a real world, collecting these bodies, and he's just displaying them on in a museum or something, or his art gallery, where he's just like, these are the corpses I have culled from the void of space.
Corpses of the void.
Corpse. I'm getting tongue tied. Corpses of the void.
So, did you see this news that Microsoft is giving away with MS Paint?
Yeah, I did see that. I work in IT. So, I keep up with this stuff.
Oh yeah,
I saw an article about it.
Well, then you know what they're replacing it with, right?
No, I don't have a clue.
See,
I don't have a clue. What are they replacing it with?
Well, Paint 3D, whatever that is.
Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah.
What is this? The 90s? I guess. They haven't updated Paint. since ever. So like, I guess they're gonna like, we're gonna upgrade it, but we're not gonna upgrade it to modern standards.
Well, it adds a lot of features like Photoshop had.
Okay.
With layers and vectors and all that stuff.
Very cool.
So it's not just painting pixels anymore.
Yeah. All right.
Which, it's been around for 32 years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's older than we are, and now it's dying.
Yeah. Has that made you face your own mortality, Dudley?
Maybe a little bit.
Made you question how long we have on this world?
Yeah, at least brings it to mind. But yeah. So, end of an era. Microsoft Paint is
rest in
peace.
No
more soon.
Microsoft Paint.
Rest.
My only thought when I saw that was, well, how am I going to save my screen captures?
Yeah, that's literally what I thought.
That's all I thought was.
Yeah, well, I used it for.
Well, if I'm going to do a screen grab, if I do a print screen, how am I going to save it without I got to open up Photoshop? I'm not going to go through all that.
Yeah. Well, you'll be able to, I guess, do that with Paint 3D.
Paint 3D. Is it Paint? Like, it's, it past tense paint? Painted with the 3 instead of the E?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's Paint space
3D. I think that's a missed opportunity. I'm just going to say
it. If you say so, let's send out a message to Microsoft and say, you messed up. And they'll just be like, we know.
They're like, yeah, we already put out the press release before and they're like, can we just go back and take out the space real quick, or you think that'll be obvious?
No, the guys in the logo have already put out the logo, so that's it. Yeah. It's done.
It's done.
We're not gonna edit it. Ridiculous.
Did he make it in Paint 3D, or did he make it in... Or did he use it in Photoshop like a real person?
MS Paint.
Well, probably Illustrator, like a real person would have.
Yeah. I saw a really funny video of a guy playing Outlast 2.
Yeah.
Which is a really scary game.
Yeah.
Or if it's anything like the first one, it's really scary.
Yeah. I never could play them.
I played it, and I got into the building, and then I freaked out and stopped.
Like, I'm done. Is it? I think I've seen this video, if it's the one I'm thinking about.
Yeah, it's the guy screaming like a little girl because his toddler walked in, got behind him.
Yeah, it's like little girl came in to bring him a drink or something. And he wasn't even like doing anything. He was just like wandering in the creepy environment, I think. And then all of a sudden he just
I think there was a sound. Yeah. There was a sound in the game, and he go, huh? And then he kind of turned and he went, huh? and then he was like, oh. He picks up his daughter.
Yeah,
like
it was pretty adorable.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That was Jurassic Junkie Live on Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
So, go watch it. It's funny.
It's funny.
It's like a 30-second clip.
Yeah,
so.
it's pretty good.
Oh.
Apparently got a lot of views.
Yeah, it's like one of the most viewed clips on Twitch.
Yeah. Which is saying something, because having to go back and rewatch something on Twitch is a bitch. Because I don't know if you
didn't go find it. I just saw it on an article, and it was already there for me.
Yeah, like going to watch something that was streamed on Twitch and trying to replay an old archive of it. The player is terrible. It's fine live, but like trying to rewatch something, I have had nothing but a headache. And that's why I'm always happy when some of them archive it back to YouTube, and I'm like, oh yeah, let me play it on this player that actually works.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been on Twitch in a long time, so I have no idea what it's like anymore.
Yeah, the streaming's great. Every time I watch the streaming stuff, live stuff, it's fun. It's when I got to go back and watch. One is trying to find them is a nightmare. There's trying to get to wherever the person's previous streams are is a nightmare. I always have to I've done it a dozen times. I still have to figure it out every time I do it. So.
So not user friendly.
But it's not, I guess it's not really set up for that. It's more set up for who watch the live stream. What's streaming right now, and okay, that's great. But I'm not always available to watch things as they come out live. So, Well,
all right. I have one more thing.
Okay.
Pokemon
God
Go.
damn it!
Zapdos and Moltres.
Moltres, yeah.
The Firebird, will be available soon, if not already.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay.
The more legendary birds, go play.
Yeah. Maybe this will make up for a shitty festival.
Well, yeah, that just didn't go well.
No, I don't think it went well. I don't think it went well for him. Maybe there's always next year.
I'll be surprised.
Okay,
that's all I got.
That's all you got? All right.
Yep.
Well,
all right.
Game of Thrones is tonight. You
Yeah.
excited about that?
I mean, yesterday, remember?
Yeah,
this doesn't
but
come out
for
until
us
Monday.
right now, the people in the present, for us, it's tonight, and I'm excited about watching that. Even though I'm also, it's dawning on me, the dread that there's only like 5 episodes left.
Yeah.
And like after tonight,
Short
there'll be
season.
4 episodes, and I'm not gonna know what to do with myself. And then
You'll wait.
also.
Your watch begins.
My watch, the long night.
Yeah.
And then Rick and Morty's tonight. I'm so excited.
I almost forgot about it.
Yeah, Rick and Morty starts up again tonight. I'm excited about Game of Thrones, but I think I might be just a hair more excited because I'm in Game of Thrones. I was excited for the first episode, but I'm in it now. I'm just running. I'm riding the train. While Rick and Morty, I'm like, oh, I can't wait. It just comes on tonight, so I'm gonna end up
Yeah.
staying up a little late
gonna
to
be good.
watch it. But it's gonna be.
I don't know where I can watch it. I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Oh well.
Please go to our website at deafandgum.com. That's DEAFNDUMB.com. And you can find links to our iTunes subscription and Google Play, and as well as our Twitter account. And you can also follow Dudley and I on Twitter personally if you want. Dudley's at, what's your thing?
Dudley underscore May at Dudley_May. I'll say it right eventually.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll edit
and-
it. I'm not gonna edit it. At Dudley_May, okay, and I'm at Daniel W May. So if you want to follow us, feel free to. I don't post a lot,
And
but
you can also follow the Deaf and Dumb Twitter account, which is at Deaf and Dumb Pod. Because podcast wouldn't fit.
Yeah, and Deaf and Dumb was already taken apparently. Jerks.
Apparently.
And new episode. We have been doing an episode every Monday. For almost a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Yeah, so we're
We've
doing
been
okay.
doing it a year and a half.
Can you believe it?
Next week will be a year and a half.
Next week will be a year and a half. Does it feel like it?
No,
Not really.
Not really. But we're getting older, so time goes faster.
Yeah, I guess
so,
that's it.
you
Maybe
know.
that's it. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been Deaf and Dumb.